Anyways, it's hot in here. To keep it safe and family friendly for YouTube, I'd say it's about as hot as two rodents or squirrels fornicating in a wool sock. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Mazda Minitrucking. I'm MazdaMitch. I do a lot of repairs on 86 through 93 Mazda pickup trucks, generally the carbureted ones. And today I want to talk again, once more, about fuel pumps and the fuel pump spacer. Okay, so if you're new here, I already have a video explaining a little bit about the fuel pumps that go on these trucks, the mechanical fuel pump, and it goes into a little bit about what you may receive if you order one from Rock Auto. And there's a lot of guys that do that and their pump arm tip breaks off. And so we've seen that happen. A lot of people, when I had a Facebook group, they posted in there about it. Now we have a forum, and that's come up again. Two things in the forum have come up: spacer talk and the fuel pump. So I want to go over that again and go into greater detail about the differences. And what we have here today is a Carter that you may receive off Rock Auto, and this is a Delphi, looks just like the Carter, and you'll probably get this off Rock Auto as well. And then this is one from Mazda, which can only be gotten through the OEM manufacturer, dealer, whatever. You can get them on Jim Ellis website or locate your local dealer and see if you can get one. I'll put the part number to this one in the video description. And so today we're going to go over a lot of differences, and there is some differences in these pumps that may be leading up to why the pump arm breaks. But we also need to talk about the spacer. So let's dig in. So this one here is upside down. This is the part number for the OEM Mazda fuel pump. That is what this one is. That's what they're supposed to look like. FE85. That's the Mazda one. This one is the Delphi, and it looks like its part number is 22314 Delphi. Now this one here, you can see on this one the spring is visible, easy to press. Of course, the Mazda one, you can't see it. I don't know where the spring is, if it even exists. They got some other kind of pumping action going on, and it feels stronger. Also, here's the Carter. And the Carter looks just like that Delphi. It's just some kind of common style that they're going to. And in the other video that I posted, what seems like 5 years ago, the discussion was that you used to could go on Rock Auto and order an Airtex 1376, I believe it was, and you would actually get this. You would get one that looks identical and functioned just as well as the OEM pump. But a lot of people on our group at the time was saying that they were doing that and their pump arm was breaking. So we were like, hey, send us a picture, post a picture of what your pump looks like. Show us the piece that broke. And generally, it would be a little piece of the arm about yay big, and the pump would look like this. So then, after seeing a bunch of it, I decided to order one, and that's in the video. I ordered it twice from Rock Auto, and it was in a box labeled Airtex, but it was not. It was this Carter pump. It didn't even come. Now it comes in the box that literally has Carter on it. That's what you'll get now from Rock Auto. But back then, it was kind of in the middle of a toss-up where, where are they getting this stuff? They got it from, they sent me one, I sent it back. Then they sent me one again from a different warehouse because I told them it was the wrong pump, and I had to send it back. That's in that video. Okay, so some of you know that there's an issue right now with fuel pumps and getting the correct one from Rock Auto. Just to give you a backstory, because some of you are new to the group, a lot of times people will post on the group that something's wrong, truck won't run, can't get fuel. They take well, first we say, well, what kind of fuel pump you got? Send a picture, and they'll send a picture, and it'll be this one. And this is actually, if you just look at it, this is not what the factory one looks like. The factory one looks different. So the factory one looks different, and the one that looks just like it, or is the replacement, the OEM replacement, is the Airtex 1376. It works really well, and it comes with 3 gaskets. Well, it actually comes with 2 gaskets and a spacer. Never has there ever been a problem. But usually when someone says something's wrong and they take this thing out, this is broken off, and we've been blaming this pump. So lately, people have been ordering the Airtex 1376. Let's see here. It says so right there on the box. From Rock Auto, our suggestion, and they get it, and this is in the box. And this is not the Airtex. This is a Carter brand. Carter. And when you get it, so I got one. I ordered one just for fun, just to see. All right, guys. Rock Auto fuel pump come in. Let's see if it's right or not. All right, so far so good, but is it right? And it's wrong. It is wrong. Damn, we can't trust Rock Auto anymore. I don't know what's done happened, but that's the wrong one. And it doesn't come with the spacer. And that's why these end up breaking, I bet. Doesn't come with that white spacer. Bummer. But another thing I need to mention is, like I said in the old video, I mentioned this. We noticed that in the groups, when people had problems with this arm breaking, we would say, hey, did you use the fuel pump spacer? And some would say, what spacer? And then, of course, some would say yes. And what I'm talking about is this fuel pump spacer, of course. Generally, it used to come with a fuel pump. But now, the only thing that comes with the fuel pump is the 2 paper gaskets. So some people think that's all there is to use. That is incorrect. You really have to use a spacer, because that is what is on it originally. And if you don't, then it is, for one, going to be incredibly hard without the spacer. Like I said, it's going to be so hard to try and bolt this up. If you was to just use the paper gaskets and force this in there somehow, you're going to strip out some threads here in your head, and you're just asking for trouble. I just don't know how anybody ever got that to work. I just don't know how anybody ever got that to work. That's insane. So what I'd like to do now is go ahead and take this valve cover off and pull you in with me, and we'll look in here and see how this arm rests against the cam. Through the magic of television, we're going to do it this fast. Sure wish everything was that easy. Okay, we're going to try something here. Of course, the valve cover's off. That back there, right there, is the cam lobe, rear of the cam, where the arm rides. And so normally, what would happen, this is actually, this Delphi pump, go ahead and tell you now, this is the one that came out of this engine. The engine that came out of that truck that I'm still working on. But this engine, that's where it came from. It come out of that truck. Normally what you would do is put a little skim coat of gray RTV right here, or on the back side of this gasket, and affix it right there and let it stick you there. Then you would put a little gray RTV on it, put your gasket on. I meant not gasket, I meant this fuel pump spacer. And then this other gasket, of course. Do the same thing. You want to skim coat at least one side or both sides. Just like smear it on. Just a skim coat. Gray RTV. And you would put that there. You'd have your little bolts ready. I think they're 12mm bolts. And you would feed them through and tighten it up. And so that's what it would look like when it's mounted and it's resting against the camshaft. And that's how the pumping action, the camshaft is oval or oblong or whatnot, and it creates that, it moves the arm, creates pumping action. I'm having to actually force it in to get it to seat so I could start my bolts. And that's going to lead us to some further investigation in this video, because one of the members in our forum brought it to our attention, something I should have done actually a long time ago. Brought it to our attention that there's some variances between these pumps, which could be leading to why the pump arm breaks. Okay, what I'm going to attempt to do is I have all three pumps, and I'm going to show you that the pump arms are different on each one. So I have this piece of wood and I routed out a place for the pump, this piece to sit in, so that I can get kind of a good straight deal. Anyways, let's get some vice grips. I'm going to put it to where I don't have any obstruction there, and it can be laid flat against it a little bit. Okay, good enough, good enough. So first up, Mazda OEM pump. I'm going to lay it in there, and it is flush. And then what I want to do is lay that right up there and hold it. First one's going to be the OEM pump. Alright, the second one is going to be the Carter. Do the same thing. I know the pin is not exactly super precise, but the second one is going to be the Carter. Now this third one is that Delphi pump. I'm going to lay it in there. Oh, look at that. No reason to make a mark. The Delphi and the Carter, you can see that real good, they're the same. It's the same. So what that tells us is Carter and the off brands or whatever are a little longer. So let's measure that. I use my caliper and it is at, I would say, 80.99. And then the other one is, let's get it right on it. It is 8309, or it could be 8310. So going back to this, let's just say we're using the little black spacer that came on this one, this motor, that I discovered on this motor. 2 gaskets. Like I said earlier, you're using this Carter style pump, and as I'm pushing it in or putting it on there, I mean, I can just feel, and you can even see a gap, right? And it's resting on the cam. I'm having to force it, really force it, to be able to start my bolts up. That pump arm is too long. So watch this. OEM. And it practically, I mean, it's practically already seated. It's perfect. All you gotta do is put your bolts in. It's a lot less strain and stress bolting it up. That pump arm is the correct length, and that's with that spacer. The spacer is actually not as thick as this one, which is the Carter spacer, but it's also, I would think it's the same size as the Mazda, and it's perfect. All you gotta do is bolt it up. And if you were to have that spacer with this one, here I am, I'm resting on the cam. I mean, it's better. It's not so much of a fight, but I am having to force it. I mean, I'm having to hold pressure on it to start my bolts. Okay, so let's talk about these fuel pump spacers. They're very important. You must use one. You must use one along with your paper gaskets. One of the members in our forum asked one time, just now getting back to that with this video, but asked, were these flexible? No, they are not flexible at all. They're very hard. This is a very hard composite plastic. Normally it is made, I would say 90% of the time, it's made of phenolite or bakelite, which is a very heat resistant plastic, probably better than ABS. I have 2 on hand because, as much as I talk bad about Carter, I did order one from Rock Auto, and this one is Carter, and it's thick or thicker than this one, which just came off the engine I pulled out of that truck, and it was affixed to this Delphi fuel pump. This one's a little thinner. This one is thicker. Let's get a measurement. This one is in inches, and it's 172. I guess we could put it on that for you. It's 437. That's millimeter. This one is 0199 or 506 in millimeter. So you can see it's thicker, and that's a good thing. That would help you not break your pump arm. Using it is very important. You've got to use it. You've got to use it along with your little paper gaskets. And this is how they go. That's how it is in the book. Remember, skim coat. If you had to do anything, skim coat this with gray RTV oil resistant, and then put this on there. Put this on there. And then do another skim coat on each side. Skim coat. Put it on. Put your bolts through. Go to the truck and start threading it in by hand. And then it's 12 millimeter. I don't know the torque specs. I will put them on the screen, but I generally do it until it's just snug and then a little more. I don't want to overdo it. So another thing that we discussed, or was discussed in the forum about these pumps, is the quality. You see this little gauge? 16 gauge steel, 16 gauge steel. So this Delphi, it is 18 gauge. 18 gauge on the pump arm. This Carter is definitely 18 gauge steel as well. This OEM Mazda, do this again, it is 16 gauge. It's just better quality. You definitely get what you pay for. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, let's recap what we covered in this video. We've got 3 pumps here: a Carter, a Delphi, and the OEM Mazda pump. A lot of you guys out there are ordering your pumps from Rock Auto, and I would say that's just a gamble on how long it's going to last or if it works for you for a long period of time or not. You're taking a huge risk that this pump arm could break. And we found out in this video that not all pump arms are created equal. The Carter is too long, so is the Delphi. Also, when you're ordering your fuel pump spacer, you really need to, I guess, go with, if you could get OEM, do that. If you can reuse your own, do that. When you pull off your old pump and clean up your fuel pump spacer and use it. If you can order one from Mazda, do that. Or you can get this one from Rock Auto. It's Carter, but it is thicker than whatever this was. Try to order a white one, just to be on the safe side. So that'll do it for this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here and you want more Mazda content, you don't want to miss anything, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for my new videos coming out. There will be a series of videos on that engine rebuild over there. We'll definitely mount one of these pumps, it'll probably be this one, into that new motor. So, until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.